Well, it doesn't look like much, but I gotta tell you, it gave me shelter from the storm, and for that, I am eternally grateful. Bailey Gap Shelter. Um, Last night, as you know, TK came in, but then late, I don't even know, it was late, but before dark, Vegemite came in. I had met Vegemite I'm pretty sure, I know I had met him before, but I'm pretty sure it was Quarterway Gap. No, Quarterway Hostel. Anyway, off and hitting the road, 8:29. I think I'm going to do, right as of right now, I think I'm going to do just a 15-mile day. I guess it really depends on the elevation, which I haven't even looked at yet, the terrain, because if it is really rocky, then it could be really slippery, which just means taking it slower. And then there's whether it's going to storm. And I quite frankly don't know because I have 0 cell service last night. And I'm going to stop. Oh, no, I think that's it. You know, but you got to wonder, is that a blaze or just lichen? Because sometimes you just don't know. And I honestly don't know. It does look like a blaze. And here's the other thing. I know Neil tells me no, but oh, shucks. See, I just slipped on a rock, a small, simple rock. Yeah. These rocks, it just, it poured again last night. These are going to just be so slippery. Yep, that's a Wilson. Hey, Wilson. Thanks for getting me on track this morning. What was I going to say? Yeah, the slippery rocks are going to slow me down. It poured all night. Neil says no, but I don't know why. My battery pack, which I was absolutely sure had 3 bars worth of charge left, was down to 1 this morning. So, you know what? I am going to have to be very conservative, which means maybe, oh my gosh, look. But see, this is what happens. I see beautiful tree flowers. I really, I have the perfect space for all this. If these will grow in my yard at my house, I am so getting them. But look at this, all that rain that I'm complaining about makes all this happen, right? April showers brings May flowers. Let's see, there they are. There they are. Oh, you are so beautiful. Anyway, okay. This is why I need to be conservative because I just ramble on and on and on. Anyway, okay, so don't have a whole lot of battery life left. Was planning on taking 3.5 days to the next hostel. I'm going to have to just, limit what I find to be fantastic. Okay, so off I go. Thinking Laurel Creek Shelter today. Pretty sure I just left 660.9. Should have checked. Anyway, okay. That's it. That's it for my morning update. And the birds are chirping, and I really hope we don't get storms like yesterday, because that was just no fun. All right. Bye. So I just climbed up a little spur in hopes of finding cell service, because there has just been none since sometime yesterday. And anyway, if nothing else, I got this. This is just cool. I'm gonna go back because this is what's really funny. Like, the clouds are moving, and right before my eyes, this bit. Okay, I'm gonna drop my pole here. This bit is just coming into view more and more. If I felt like it, I could stand here, and I bet it would. The clouds would just move and open that whole thing up. But I'm not going to. But it's cool to see anyway. All right. So I know I'm supposed to be conserving battery, and here I am taking pictures of flowers I've taken over and over and over. But oh my gosh, it's just like bursting. Like, all that rain just flooded. Like, look at this everywhere. I'm gonna fly by, but bursting. Bursting. Can we say that again? Bursting. with mountain laurel. It's just incredible. Everything's in bloom now. Oh, I'm sure it'll get even better, but it was just like I said, take out your darn phone, Karen. You have to capture this. Oh, I want it. I gotta figure out where I don't want it like in front of my house. I want it to be something like this, where it's off in the woods and I just can go see it when I want to see it, or see it from looking out a window or whatever, but something. I'm gonna have some of this somewhere. I gotta find out if it'll live in I think so. I think I've heard of it. I might have had some in my yard at one point, one house I lived in. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, okay. Battery, Karen, battery. Oh my gosh. It's just everywhere. I was really expecting the rhododendrons to do this, but they didn't, or haven't yet. Actually, I don't know that I've seen too many lately, so am I getting out of the rhododendron sections? I don't, there it is. Look at that. Just everywhere. Is this like invasive? Is that why? Yeah. I don't know. Okay. A few more steps and then we're done. Okay. I mean, we're already on 2 minutes of this. Are you kidding? Okay. All right. Plenty. Okay. That's enough. So every time I come to one of these stream crossings, I want to film it. And I'm like, you don't have time. You don't have battery. Blah, blah, blah. Keep going. But I really do want you to see. And actually, this one is quite calm by comparison. The trail, with all the rain, the trail is flooded in many places. Luckily, where they have these real streams, big streams, gushing streams, we get a bridge. But many times I've been having to figure out how to get across. Yeah, this one, honestly, you should have seen the last couple. This one is very tame by comparison. But anyway, I'm very, very, very grateful for this bridge. So whoever built it and maintains it, thank you. Love you. Anyway, yes, raining again. Got my umbrella, and this time I've got all my gear on because I got wet and I got cold, and I said there's just no point in freezing. So I bundled up, and once I start climbing, I know I'll warm up, but we'll deal with that. I've fallen now twice. When I told you about the slippery rocks and stuff, yep, sure enough, planted my foot on a rock. It was a big rock. It looked like a flat rock, slightly slanted. But sure enough, the minute it hit, without warning, the minute I put my foot on it, boom, right out from under me, slammed my shin into another rock, and my hand went straight down, scraped along another rock and into the muck. And I really wasn't that hurt at all. I have a little cut on my shin and my palm is scraped up, but what I thought was most interesting was the mark left on my wrist. So I took a picture of that and I'll share it later. But it started sprinkling, and right at that moment, just by sheer coincidence, I happened to get to one of the shelters. It was too early to call it a night, but it was certainly good enough to just take a break in. So, and now I don't know if you can hear it on my umbrella. The rain is starting to trickle off. It's probably now going to be more what's fallen from the trees. But yeah, so about a half an hour I spent in the shelter. I, believe it or not, had signal for the first time in like 24 hours. I had enough cell service to communicate with my family. So I did that. Took advantage to do a little housekeeping, and then got water because I was out of water too. And I could hear the water gushing. Water we do not have a shortage of right now. As a matter of fact, there's this guy. I met him 2 nights ago. He passed by the shelter I narrowed at, and he ended up staying at a campground. His name is Bodywork. Body Shop? Body Shop. Bodywork. Bodywork. It's Bodywork. Bodywork? Oh gosh, it's either Body Shop or Body Work. I think it's Body Work. Anyway, might be Body Shop. Anyway, really nice guy. He has two adorable dogs, Hugo and Summer. I took pictures, I'll share them. Anyway, so cute. And anyway, so I saw him during the storm yesterday, during the midday storm. He actually was walking by the little pine tree hut that I was hiding in, and I talked to him for a few minutes, but and then he ended up stopping at the next shelter, and I decided to move on to the one that we stayed at last night, Bailey's Gap, whatever. Oh boy, hold on, mud, so much mud. Yeah, so anyway, the cutest puppies. But here's the thing, one of those stream crossings yesterday was like raging, and I was able to find a safe way to cross. Trust me, I think I said this, if I couldn't, I wouldn't have. But I was so worried about the dogs, and I kept praying all night that the stream would calm down, so when the dogs had to cross, they could do so safely and they would not get hurt. Or Body Work, Body Shop. This is so awful that I can't remember. Anyway, I think it's Body Shop, Body Work. He said it's because his body needs a lot of work. I don't know. That's why I'm confused. But anyway, okay. Really nice guy. Okay. So I'm still praying for he and the dogs because, you know, I don't know how the dogs get through that kind of thing. And it's not like we're being asked to that was only the one time. It's just real flooding now. Like what we're facing on the trail now is flooding. I have not had to figure out how to navigate across anything that has white caps. Anyway, okay, so that was it. All I was going to do was show you that stream and listen to me ramble on. But I am making my way to Laurel. I think maybe 5 more miles. And I'm dreaming of warm jammies and a toasty sleeping bag. That's how I get through that. I was telling Vegemite that this morning. That's how I get through rainy days, is I dream about my warm jammies in my pack and my sleeping bag and taking off all the wet clothes. Of course, only until tomorrow. But, and a hot meal. Though I am running low on the gas fuel that I use. I noticed that. So no frivolousness with gas fuel. No frivolous with battery life. No frivolousness. I'm actually running low on snacks too, because I've been eating those stinking Oreos like they're going out of style, like they're the last package on earth. I'm fighting for my fair share. Anyway, okay. Yes, can you tell I'm going uphill? And I can't even see because the umbrella is right in my face. I could be like about to walk into a downed tree and I wouldn't even know it. Okay. But you're showing me through the camera that I am not about to do that. Okay, I'm letting you go. You know, I want to say there might be, you know, not a lot of footage because of the battery, but knowing me, I'll put myself in a very desperate situation because I won't be able to help myself. Okay, that's it. Ta-ta till later. Bye. So I saw a sign and it said Kelly Knob View. And I said, well, the rain has stopped and the sun is out. I thought, you know, I have not seen a view in a while. And that's the truth. I have not been where there's been a view. And I bet at one time this was a knockout view. But the trees have grown and blocked the view. And there's, you know, I suppose, I don't know. I want to say my younger days, but if it hadn't been just raining and these rocks were probably slippery and I could fall down there if I tried, I might go to the tip and see if there's anything better to see. But I'm not doing that today. So here's my view. But you know what I love most of all? This sky. Now, if only it would stay this way through the evening, although I am like very, very, very close to the shelter. So I will very likely, unless it's full somehow, have shelter space. And now I'm, as I have pointed out to you before, I've already fallen twice. I didn't tell you about the second one. It was less interesting, quite frankly. I just put my foot down trying to avoid all the flooded trail in one particular area. It was just really flooded. Oh man. So I put my foot on the side, of the trail, and it just went right out from under me on the mud. And I bet this is, again, probably at one time was a gorgeous view, but no, that's okay. That's nature. It grows. It's kind of like Balance Rock at Wachusett. If anybody's been out there, do you know, I saw pictures. I think it's got to have been from the 1800s. Maybe I can find it and add it to my video. Anyway, there were no trees. Balance Rock had no trees around it. Like you go there now and all it is surrounded by trees. It had 0 trees. So I was like, whoa, but there it is. Nature, right? So I bet Balance Rock had a killer view at one time. Anyway, all right, off I go to seek the shelter. Look at it, though. It just pains me that I had to put up with all that rain when this is what I got now. It's okay. I'm just like, there's my boo-boo. There's my boo-boo. And the other boo-boo. Oh, what are you gonna do? It's part of living in the wild. All right, we'll see you soon.